Hello, everybody, and welcome to Empowered Learning's Read-Alouds with Miss Katie. So today we're going to read the book called The Skunk. It's a cute little story. The Skunk by Mac Barnett. Art by Patrick McDonnell. When I left my house, there was a skunk on my doorstep. See him? I kept very still. I did not want to startle him, but the skunk did not seem scared. Slowly and carefully, I backed away and started down the street. Oh boy, he's getting away. The skunk started right after me. We walked a few blocks. I thought it was funny that a skunk and I could be going in the same direction. Oh boy, the skunk is chasing the man. But after a mile, I realized I was being followed. When I sped up, the skunk sped up. When I slowed, the skunk slowed. I took many wild turns, and so did the skunk. Boy, he's still following him. I turned to the skunk. I asked, "What do you want?" The skunk did not answer. The skunk was a skunk. I bought the skunk an apple. I gave him a saucer of milk. I offered him my pocket watch. The skunk did not want any of these things. This was ridiculous. I was wasting my time. I hailed a taxi and sped off down the avenue. The skunk took the next cab. What a silly skunk. He's in the cab. Outside the opera house, I hid behind a shrub. The skunk did not see me crouching there. Do you see him behind the shrub? The skunk didn't see him. He's hiding. Success! I bounded up the steps and took my seat. I was relieved to find myself between a lady and a gray old officer. But then, of course, skunks can't buy tickets to the opera. The curtain rose, and I smiled. He's right there. In the middle of the first solo, the skunk came trotting down the aisle. Oh my gosh, there he is. He climbed up the lady's gown and took a seat on her head. She did not notice. She was wrapped. "Excuse me, madame," I said, "but there seems to be a skunk on your head." "Hush," said the lady. "This is my favorite part. So strange and so sad." I had to escape. I excused myself and hurried out the fire exit. That lady doesn't even care that there's a skunk on her head. The skunk pursued me across the city. He followed me through the sculpture garden and the cemetery. I could not get away. I ran to the carnival and bought a ticket to the Ferris wheel. The skunk boarded the gondola after mine. We rode in great circles. He was not getting any nearer, but he was not getting farther away. Oh my gosh, the skunk just won't leave him alone. Just keeps following him. I'll admit that I began to panic. I ran past the wharf, turned down an alley. It was a dead end. The skunk walked towards me. "Go away, skunk!" I shouted, but the skunk came closer and closer. I lifted the manhole and climbed down into the sewers. I hurried underneath the streets. Many times I paused to catch my breath, but never for long. I had to go on. When I came up, I was in a different part of the city. I found a new house. I bought new things. And on my first night, when I opened the bedroom door, guess who was waiting for me? Nobody. I threw myself a party. I cooked a large dinner. People bought me gifts. After dessert during the dancing, I thought about the skunk. What was he doing? Was he looking for me? Was he back in his burrow? Was he following someone else? I left the party to find my skunk. He was not in the alley. He was not in the carnival. He was not beneath the city. I could not find him anywhere. I searched and searched. There was the skunk. I trailed him down the sidewalk, careful to remain hidden. Oh, now the man's following the skunk. They switched roles. I think I will keep an eye on him and make sure he does not follow me again. Such a cute story about a man and a skunk, and at first being scared of the skunk, and now the man, I think, cares for the skunk and is making sure it's safe. So today we are going to be making our own skunk. And this is a pretty simple one today. It's just out of white construction paper and black construction paper. And I will link when I'm done the template for this. But I cut apart the template, and the template will literally say body, and you do this on black, the head, and you do it on white, the tummy, and you do it on white. So first we're going to do the body. And what we're going to do is we're going to trace it. So I cut out the template. It's hard to trace on black. You should probably use a black crayon. And then you're just going to trace the body. Okay? You can kind of see it. You can see it. And then you're going to cut out the body. Just following the lines that you traced. There, so now you have the body. Next, we're going to do the head and the tummy, and both of those have to go on white. So we're going to trace. I use scrap paper from... So there's the head, and then you need the tummy. Using a black pen so you guys can see. Perfect. So we have the head and the tummy. So we are going to cut those out now. Sorry. And skunks are usually white and black. That's why we're using white construction paper and black construction paper. There's the head, and then I'll do the tummy. All right, there's the tummy. And then I cut out a nose and 2 little feet because they're really tiny and it would be hard. So you might want to just have your mom or dad do that one. Unless you want to try, you go for it. And then I did the stripes. Although... And then the stripes. So we're going to assemble our skunk now. Although... So we have the belly. We're going to glue the head on. Oh, I'm not in the camera. Sorry about that. I'll glue it on here. And then we're going to glue the nose on, and the nose goes at the bottom of the head. And then we're going to glue the belly on. And then the little hands inside the belly. And then the stripes. I think my skunk's opposite of the example, but that's okay. And then you can give it some eyes. And there! And you have your skunk. So I will post the template after I'm done. And then thanks for coming to Read Aloud with Miss Katie today. I hope you enjoyed the story, The Skunk. It's a fun one.